Inside HBC, the 86-meter charter machine with €1 million week. Picture peak season in the Mediterranean. The bay is already crowded with big white boats. Jet skis are buzzing around. Music is bleeding softly across the water. Then, a midnight blue hull with an ice-white superstructure slides into view. 280 feet of German steel that makes the rest of the anchorage look like warm-up acts. Somewhere on board that yacht, there's a single weekly number that quietly crosses the €1 million mark. We'll come back to that in a minute. Welcome back to Luxury Living Detective. Today we're stepping on board HBC, an 85.65-meter Abeking Rasmussen superyacht that has quietly become one of the most interesting charter platforms in the world. She's big, she's elegant, and she's built to cross oceans while still feeling like a private floating boutique hotel. A 281-foot German heavyweight. On paper, HBC is firmly in mega territory. She measures about 85.65 meters long, roughly 281 feet, with a beam just over 12 meters and a draft a little above 3 meters. Her volume is around 2,150 gross tons, which is serious real estate when you're only talking about 12 charter guests. The hull is full displacement steel, topped by an aluminum superstructure and finished with classic teak decks. She was built in Germany by Abeking Rasmussen and originally delivered in the late 2000s, then extensively refitted, most recently in 2024. That refit extended the stern to create a proper pool and beach club and refreshed the interiors, so she feels like a very modern yacht sitting on top of proven German engineering. Outside, HBC wears that deep blue hull and white superstructure with long, clean lines and big stretches of glass. It's a design that feels powerful without pretending to be a spaceship. In a crowded anchorage, she reads as quietly confident. If you know yachts, you know exactly what you're looking at. Design that balances power and warmth. The exterior and interior design carry the signature of high-end Northern European yacht studios, with Reymond Langton playing a central role. The style is refined and calm. Neutral tones, rich woods, soft textures, and lighting that feels more like a high-end residence than a showroom. HBC's layout is one of the things that makes her stand out. In private and special configurations, she can technically accommodate more than 24 guests in up to 15 staterooms. In pure charter mode, she's tuned for a very exclusive setup. Up to 12 guests, spread across a master's suite, a VIP, and a collection of doubles and twins. The master's suite sits on a prime deck with his and hers bathrooms, a large dressing area, and big windows that frame the sea. Guest suites are spread intelligently across the decks, so families, couples, and friends can have their own zones. You've got space for staff or security if you need it. Or you can simply use HBC as the ultimate multi-generation family yacht. Supporting all of this is a crew of around 26 to 28 people when she's in full charter mode. That crew-to-guest ratio is what turns a big boat into a seamless experience. The bar is always stocked. Toys are always ready. Cabins are always perfect. And you barely ever see how much work is happening behind the scenes. Engines, range, and the way HBC moves. Under the teak and soft furnishings, HBC is built to move. She runs on twin Caterpillar 3516 diesel engines, together delivering just under 4,000 horsepower. That's enough to push this 85-meter steel hull to a top speed in the mid-teens, around 16 to 16.5 knots. For a yacht of this size and weight, that's genuinely respectable. Her real sweet spot is at a comfortable cruising speed between about 13 and 15 knots. At those speeds, she can stretch to roughly 6,600 to 6,700 nautical miles on a full set of tanks. In plain English, HBC isn't just a local medboat. She's a transoceanic traveler. Crossing from the Mediterranean to the Caribbean isn't a big drama. It's just the next leg of the season. To make that possible, she carries on the order of 225,000 liters of diesel. Every time she goes to bunker, the fuel bill lands in the kind of numbers most people only see in corporate finance meetings. Stabilizers work both underway and at anchor, flattening out the motion so it feels more like a slow-motion elevator than a rolling ship. From my point of view, this is one of HBC's biggest strengths. She has the range and stability of a small ship, but the onboard lifestyle of a private resort. Life on board, glass-bottom pool, beach club, and open-air cinema. Step down to water level, and HBC's fun side comes into focus. The stern opens into a proper beach club zone, with fold-down terraces, lounge seating, and direct access to the sea. It's the kind of space where you can spend an entire day without ever going upstairs. Swim, tan, grab a drink, jump on a toy, repeat. Above the beach club sits one of HBC's signature features, a glass-bottom pool that lets daylight filter down into the space below. During the day, it's a social magnet. Kids in the water, adults on the sun pads, crew circulating with snacks and drinks. At night, with the pool lit and the water glowing, it turns into a kind of private art installation. Head up a deck or two, and you hit additional outdoor lounges, a sundeck jacuzzi, and even an open-air cinema setup. Watching a movie under the stars, with the sea in the background and the hull gently moving, is one of those, "Oh, so this is why people charter super yachts" moments. Inside, the main saloon runs across the beam with big windows and carefully grouped seating. There's a formal dining area for big, dressed-up dinners and more relaxed spaces for casual meals. A gym and fitness area take care of the "I want to pretend I'm balancing all this food" side of the trip. And the elevator that connects the decks means older guests, or anyone in heels, doesn't have to treat the staircase as a workout. Down in the tender garages, HBC carries a full toy arsenal. Fast tenders to run guests ashore, wave runners and jet skis, sea bobs, boards, and plenty of towables. She's also set up as an RYA water sports center, which basically means the yacht is its own accredited water sports school. If you want to learn something new on the water, this is a pretty fun place to do it. Key specs and what it really costs. If you compress HBC into a simple snapshot, here's what you get. You're looking at an 85.65-meter German-built super yacht, about 12.4 meters across and a little over 3 meters down in the water, with roughly 2,150 gross tons of interior volume. She's built on a steel displacement hull with an aluminum superstructure and teak decks, powered by twin Caterpillar diesels that push her to around 16 to 16.5 knots, flat out, and a comfortable cruise in the low to mid-teens. Her range is in the neighborhood of 6,700 nautical miles, and she typically carries 12 charter guests, looked after by close to 30 crew. Value-wise, industry estimates place HBC in the ballpark of $125 million. And here comes the part a lot of people forget. In the super yacht world, a very simple rule of thumb says you'll spend about 10% of a yacht's value every year just to run it. Apply that to HBC, and you're staring at something like $12 million a year in operating costs. That annual burn covers everything from crew salaries and insurance to maintenance, yard time, paint, interior refreshes, and fuel. Break it down, and you're comfortably in seven-figure territory per month during an active season. Even if nobody is on board, the boat still has to be kept warm, crewed, and ready. Now let's go back to that weekly number I teased at the start. Public charter information puts HBC's base rate at around €850,000 per week, plus expenses. Once you add in fuel, food, berthing, local taxes, and a realistic advance provisioning allowance, it's very easy for the real bill to slide past €1 million for a single 7-day trip. In US dollar terms, that's a week of vacation that's worth more than a very nice home in many American cities. HBC versus the rest of the fleet. In the global fleet, HBC sits in a sweet spot. She's not chasing the giants like Azam or Dilbar on raw length, but she offers something arguably more practical. Near 90-meter presence with a transoceanic range, a rare 11-cabin layout for just 12 charter guests, a fully developed beach club, and a serious toy list. From my perspective, she feels like the grown-up evolution of the classic family charter yacht. You get privacy, range, a glass-bottom pool, a beach club, open-air cinema, elevator, jacuzzi, and water sports center, all wrapped in a hull that can comfortably work both the Mediterranean and Caribbean seasons without feeling stretched. Your turn. Would you spend $1 million on a week at sea? So now it's your turn. If somebody offered you one fully paid week on HBC, charter fee, fuel, food, everything covered, how would you use it? Would you take the family island hopping in the Greek islands? Run from Monaco to Sardinia to Corsica with the toys out every day? Or disappear into the Caribbean and treat the beach club like your personal backyard? Tell me in the comments where you'd take HBC first and who you'd bring on board. Your ideas genuinely help decide which yachts, jets, mansions, and insane luxury stories we break down next here on Luxury Living Detective. If this deep dive into one of the world's most versatile charter machines gave you some new billionaire-level daydreams, tap the like button so YouTube knows to send more videos like this your way. If you're new here and you love super yachts, private jets, mega mansions, and real ultra-rich lifestyles, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. And if you want to go even deeper and help support the channel, you can join using the Join button and become part of our inner circle of luxury-obsessed viewers. If this breakdown made you laugh, think, or secretly open a new yacht folder on your vision board, you can also use Super Thanks to directly support the channel and help us keep bringing you the wildest stories from the world of luxury. Thanks for watching Luxury Living Detective. I'll see you in the next video, where we unlock another corner of a lifestyle most people only ever see from far away.